Norway's Sven Carlsen believes Viking power is the secret of success in strongman competitions. He always believes he can win any competition he enters. Magnus Samuelsson finished third in last year's World's Strongest Man in Nevada. This Swedish giant is improving all the time and will be very hard to beat. Jamie Reeves is a former winner of the World's Strongest Man title. England's pride and joy, is the most experienced man in the competition, and that will give him added confidence. American strength coach and super strongman Mark Filippi comes from the bright lights of Las Vegas. He just seems to get better and better each time he competes. Denmark's Flemming Rasmussen was runner-up in World's Strongest Man in 1997. He came so close to winning. Iceland have always produced great strength athletes. Thorfi Olafsson is the latest in a long line of champions. He is a massive man and claims he is stronger than ever. Heinz Olesch is another very experienced competitor. This giant German strongman has a friendly nature, but also has a great desire to be a winner. Regan Vagadal burst on the scene of international strength contests just 2 years ago. Since then, his progress has been dramatic. Can the Faroe Islands win this fantastic event? Perhaps, if he's in great form. Finland's Riku Kiri is an incredible talent. If he can stay clear of injuries, he could be the #1 contender for this competition. Holland's Berend Venenberg is very muscular and always gives 100% in every test of strength. Magnus Ver Magnusson is possibly the greatest strength athlete of them all. 4 times he has been crowned the world's strongest man. Now here in the Faroe Islands, he is referee. His decision over the 10 competitors is final. The parade of the strongmen before the start of these massive tests of strength to find out who will be the Atlantic giant in 1998. And Regan Vagadal, listen to the roar. The Prime Minister welcoming everybody, not just the 10 competitors from all over the world, but the packed stadium as well. And so the Atlantic giant starts in a few moments' time under the watchful eye of Magnus Ver Magnusson, possibly the greatest strongman of all time. This weight just down here weighs 300 kilograms. That's about as much as quite a large-sized car engine. What they have to do is scoop the weight up in their arms and then carry it around the points of the compass as many times as possible. In fact, what we're asking them to do is walk around the world. Now, the winner should get well over 2 revolutions, twice round 360 degrees, but who knows what can happen. The atmosphere out here is going to be terrific, and it's going to be a great start to the contest. The first chance to see Regan Vagadal. The stadium already going crazy. I just wonder how much the effort of organizing this competition has taken out of him, because he's been working desperately hard to try and get it right. And everything is right. The weather has been a little bit unkind to both the spectators and especially the competitors. But Regan Vagadal is the big favorite. Listen to the roars already. He needs to go round almost 4 times. Listen to the roars for this man. He must have practiced these events. He's the lightest man in the competition, only weighs 135 kilos, but he's very quick on his feet. And he's obviously very, very strong. That's twice round. He's going well. Heading towards 3rd time round. The crowd are going crazy. His mum and his grandfather are in the crowd. They'll be going crazy too. This is fantastic. This is truly fantastic. It's going down, but he's hanging on desperately. Oh my goodness. Have you seen the light? Regan Vagadal reigns supreme. That is fantastic. 1,510. Magnus tells the world that Regan Vagadal has gone into the lead. Now, can anybody beat that? Magnus has only been in this sort of competition for a few years, but he is getting better and better all the time. Away we go. And at 2 meters tall, 6'6", this perhaps one of the most difficult to contest for him. He's got to lift it higher than anybody else, and that's tough. Going well, head down, concentrating, gritting his teeth. The pressure on the arms is unbelievable. It's slipping just a little bit. I think he's gone past Jamie Reeve. Come on, just a little bit more. The man who's determined one day to be called world's strongest man. This another stepping stone on the way to that title, perhaps. But he wants to become Atlantic giant as well. It's going to go. It's down. I think that's a pretty good score for Samuelsson. Well, 1,610 degrees for Magnus Samuelsson is a big, big surprise. And that takes him into the lead by 100 degrees over Regan Vagadal. Mark Filippi from the United States of America comes from Las Vegas. He's used to warmer conditions than this, but he's gaining in experience all the time. He's been a bodybuilder, a power lifter, now he's a strength coach. That's the first of what needs to be about 4, nearly 5 revolutions. The competition really hotting up here. Oh, it's going, it's gone down. A big, big surprise. Mark Filippi struggling a little bit there. He'll be disappointed with that. Well, a big surprise for Mark Filippi, only 610 degrees, and that means he's in last place at the moment. Now, this man really is a giant, almost 2 meters tall, weighs in at over 150 kilos, and there's not an ounce of fat on that body. Very, very muscular indeed. Now, can anybody beat the target set by Magnus Samuelsson? Over 1,600 degrees, almost 5 times round. Regan Vagadal in second place at 1,510 degrees. It's an awesome target for Riku Kiri. He's going well. He's set off very, very fast indeed. You can see a little bit of chalk there on the arms. That just helps the grip. That's once. Elizabeth, his wife, will be in the crowd somewhere, shouting and screaming at her man. He's gone twice round. That's 720. He's going very well. And obviously you can appreciate that endurance is not the favorite aspect of these events to these strongmen, but he's going ever so well, over 3.5, coming up to 4 times round. This is dangerous for Samuelsson. He's slowing down just a little bit. Can he beat Vagadal's mark? He's getting very close to it. There's Elizabeth there, shouting instructions. It's down. It's going to be very close indeed. The score will be crucial. Is it going to be 10 points for Riku Kiri in this first event? Magnus Magnusson gives him a big pat on the back. That was another brilliant performance from this Finn. Magnus, you look exhausted.
I've been having flu for a week, so this is a hard start for the heart.
Well, you guys don't like these endurance events, really, do you?
It's like if you are 140 kilos heavy and full of muscles, muscles like take a lot of energy. It's like having a big engine, take a lot of gas, but you only have one size of the heart, so it's hard to recover.
Riku, many congratulations.
Thank you.
You knew exactly what you had to beat. Was that an advantage?
Of course, because maximum points. First event, this is perfect.
Magnus Samuelsson said he was surprised that you beat him.
Magnus is very good this event, but many events coming.
It was a great start though, well done. Well, he's done it. 1,640 degrees. Jockey Reeves there and Magnus Ver Magnusson adamant about the score. And that means a maximum 10 points for Riku Kiri. Magnus Samuelsson is in second place. And a good start for Regan Vagadal in this first event. He finishes in third. Now, what can Heinz Olesch do? He did do very well in the first event. He's lost some valuable points. Still, the 42 seconds by Torfi Olofsson to beat. Heinz Olesch, a delightful man, the Bavarian. Mild-mannered, very quiet. He's got a keen sense of humor, but once he starts competing, my goodness, it does get tough out there. You've got to be mentally strong as well. The crowd clapping almost in sympathy. They desperately want to see Regan Vagadal win. He's not going to win this event. I wonder if Heinz Olesch can. Approaching 30 seconds. Shutting his eyes, trying to block out the pain. Oh, he's going. It's past 35 seconds. It's gone. It's about the same time as Regan Vagadal. It'll be very interesting to see what the final result is. It's very, very close between the top four. Heinz Olesch's time, 37.33 seconds. He's in third place behind Beren Benenberg and Torfi Olofsson. Mark Filippi, a powerlifter. Combination of bench pressing, squatting, and the squat is to come in this contest, and of course the deadlift. Mark Filippi, very, very strong. A few bruises on his arms there from taking part in contests in Callander in Scotland just a few days ago. But this event should suit the American. He did a similar event in the World's Strongest Man final last year in Las Vegas, and he was pretty good at it. 12 kilograms of weight. It might not sound a lot in comparison to the sort of weights they've been shifting in the first event at over 300 kilograms, but it really does make those shoulder muscles work. He's even talking to Magnus. 35 seconds. It's good. The target, remember, is 65.83. He's totally focused on this event. 45 seconds. It looks as though he's going to go into at least second place. I can't believe he's talking to Magnus. Magnusson just telling him to keep the arms up a little bit. The crowd cheering as he goes beyond 60 seconds now. Is Jamie Reeve to go into second place? He is. Mark Filippi is absolutely flying on this event. It's incredible. 75 seconds. Now he's beginning to hurt. That is incredible. The American goes into first place ahead of the Englishman Jamie Reeves. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well, 79.80 seconds. Being congratulated there by Jamie Reeves. But the Englishman is very definitely in second place by over 14 seconds. Great result for you. Were you surprised at that?
I never done that one before. Same with that Mills circle. I've done it just the other day, so it's a learning process for me. You know, I got to figure out some of the events, and Jamie gave me a little coaching on that one and helped out a little bit. So
I bet he regrets that.
He might. He's done that a few times for me, so I appreciate it. You know, he's helped me out a lot.
The winter break is over and European football is back. On Tuesday, it's the quarterfinals of the UEFA Cup and a great night in prospect with Atletico Madrid.
Heinz Olesch on the right-hand side, Regan Vagadal on the left. The weight carry. And what an agonizing event this is going to be. Those weights are 200 kilograms each, and it's the fastest possible time. They have to walk over 15 meters down the course and 15 meters back. At the moment, Regan Bagardal's total after 2 events, well, he's got 9 points. He's a long way behind the leaders. Leading at the moment is Magnus Samuelsson, who's got 16 points after 2 events. Heinz Olesch on this side is down in last place with only 6 points. Very disappointing for the German. There's obviously tremendous support for Regan on the far side. Just getting ready. Away we go. Now then, Regan goes into the lead. 15 meters looks easy. He's won this event before in strongman competition. Just got to go over the line and back we go. This is fast from Regan Bagardal. Listen to the cheers. Heinz Olesch struggling. Regan Bagardal's going to win this heat. Oh, 18 seconds or thereabouts. Heinz Olesch comes in around about 22. But Regan Bagardal was absolutely flying. A disadvantage for him to have to go first, but he made the best possible job of it, and that was superb. The judges straight away comparing times. So Regan Bagardal sets the target, 19.16 seconds. Heinz Olesch, 23.64. So the 19 seconds by Regan Bagardal is what Jamie Reeve on the right-hand side and Magnus Samuelsson have to beat. I must say everybody was very, very impressed indeed by Regan Bagardal's speed over the course. Great cheers from the grandstand just behind the competitors, just out of our picture there, but his mother and his grandfather were there cheering like crazy. Magnus Vermagnusson, one of the greatest of them all, just sets them on their way. Jamie Reeves, one of the most experienced. Here we go. Now then, not as mobile perhaps as he used to be. Magnus Samuelsson just ahead at this stage, drops it though. Jamie Reeves keeps it off the ground. Look at this, it's neck and neck. It's like, oh, Jamie Reeves has gone down. Samuelsson finishes. It's very fast, and Reeves too. Well, if it hadn't been for the fact that Jamie just stumbled a little bit on the second half of the course, who knows, he might have even won it, but I'm sure that Magnus Samuelsson has gone into the lead, and we'll have to wait and see what Jamie Reeves' time was. It's going to be close. Well, as we suspected, Magnus Samuelsson goes into the lead at 15.84 seconds, and despite the stumble, Jamie Reeves a very good second place at 18.43, but there are still 6 competitors to go. Rasmussen's looking bigger than I've ever seen him before. Make no mistake about it, a lot of that weight is made up of solid muscle. These guys are incredible, they really are. Carlsen on this side, injured badly and world's strongest man last year. This would be a great stepping stone towards winning this title, the Atlantic Giant. Oh, now then, Carlsen moving well, but look at Flemming Rasmussen. It's very, very quick indeed. How on earth do they move so quickly with these weights? Oh, Carlsen's down and so is Rasmussen. That has missed out for the lead by Rasmussen. Carlsen catching him up. They're going to be absolutely disgusted, despite the fact Flemming is laughing. Carlsen can't believe what happened, but look at the expression on Flemming Rasmussen's face. Oh my goodness, I'm sure he was heading towards victory there, and he blew it over the last couple of meters. You can see how wet it is. The rain's still coming down. It was a good time, but it could have been so much better. So Flemming, in fact, just beat Sven Carlsen. It was almost like a photograph finish in a 100-meter race. 19.62 for Flemming. But I tell you what, it could have been the win had he not dropped the weight. Sven Carlsen just behind him, 20 seconds dead. Torfi Olofsson, he really is a jolly chap. The Icelander loves this competition. The crowds all over the world love him too. He always responds to them in the best possible way. A little way behind him coming to the start is the last competitor in this event 3, Beren Venenberg. The weight carry has been dramatic, to say the least. Beren Venenberg there just wiping his feet. It's been very hard for all the competitors. The floodlights on here in this football stadium, and the stadium, of course, absolutely packed, and Torfi Olofsson already winding the crowd up. So here we go. The target 15.84 to beat, and that is still by the Swede Magnus Samuelsson. This is going to be fast. Torfi gets away well. He's not the most mobile of men, but he's well ahead of Beren Venenberg. Turns just over 7 seconds. Oh, Venenberg looks as though he may have injured himself. Now, what can Torfi do? He mustn't drop it. He's going to finish, and that's good. It's around about 17 seconds, but what on earth has happened to Beren Venenberg? I think the Dane is injured, or sorry, the Dutchman is injured. Venenberg could be out of the Atlantic Giant competition for 98. Torfi Olofsson finishes in possibly roundabout 2nd or even 3rd position. Bren, I don't believe it. Are you injured again?
Yeah, I have 3 days before I come here. I have injured the chest. It's a little bit ripped, like about 1 centimeter like this. And the next day, Friday, I've been to the hospital and she have taped it in now. And this is a movement, you cannot control it. And I've been too afraid it's ripped more, you know, then you can do nothing anymore. Dus andere events what you have, next event what we have, you can more control it. Dus that's why I say van, nou, let it go and go on for the next. And give full pull there. Yeah.
For a bit of support. The first competitor to come out for this deadlift competition. It should be a very long event because the 10 competitors will select maybe anything up to 5 or 6 different weights. And there is the target. This is a well-known weightlifting exercise. The lift has to be to arm's length with the chest and the body held high and the legs straight. And this is 350 kilos, and it's very, very easy. Jamie Reeves safely on his way. Well, Magnus Samuelsson before this event said he may not even take part. He didn't want to risk his back. He's so tall, and the deadlift places a lot of strain on the back muscles. So he feels he's got a disadvantage, but he is in overall lead and presumably wants to come in at 350 kilos, lift it, and at least then he'll have 1 point even if he's last. Oh, it's hard, but he's got it. Safely over that first hurdle, and the overall leader now has at least 27 points, and he's going to be tough to catch. Mark Filippi straps himself onto the bar and lifts that with ease. A brilliant deadlifter.
Get up here because they want to hold us back. If we're strapping in later on, it might...
Yeah, he's not using his straps just yet, but when the weight gets bigger, he will. Well, Riku Kiri has been called, but Elizabeth, his wife, is questioning whether this is the right order. Indeed it is, so here comes the giant fin now. Riku Kiri getting ready for his first deadlift at 350 kilos. And that red suit he's wearing, it's very, very thick indeed. It gives the body a lot of support in an event which really is potentially damaging on the lower back. Well, I suspect this first lift for Riku Kiri should be a formality, using the straps there to help the grip, and those shoes helping in the position he gets just before he lifts. Magnus says go and down, and it's as simple as that. Very easy for Riku Kiri. Well, there's the target now for all our strongmen lifting this deadlift competition, 560 kilos. An absolutely enormous weight. Well, the crowd just waiting for Beren Venenberg to come out. Still no after effects of that injury he sustained at the halfway stage. I saw this guy compete in a competition where he had to do deadlift for repetitions. It was a huge weight to do as many times as possible. He won that, and he won it well. I just wonder if one single effort here is going to be enough. This is only his second lift in the competition so far, and that could be an advantage. Jamie Reeves has had 3. Riku Kiri's now had 4. Mark Filippi's had 4 as well. So this guy has done his homework. Now, come on, Beren. Oh, I just wonder. Oh, no, he says, he shakes his head. I wonder whether he's made a miscalculation. No, he's out as well. So this really is a crucial stage in the competition. And there's still only a couple of guys have lifted this weight, Mark Filippi and Riku Kiri. Just one man left in the competition. Mark Filippi there being helped into his super suit by Jamie Reeve. Jamie has withdrawn. I think everybody bowing to the superiority of the best deadlifter, certainly in this competition, and one of the greatest in the world. I wouldn't be at all surprised if Mark Filippi puts on a little bit of a show here. Now the weight, just listen to this, is 600 kilos. That's over 1,300 pounds, and that certainly is the weight of a small saloon car, and possibly even with a driver in it as well. Jamie has been beaten, but he's going to help the American now to make sure everything is absolutely right. Mark Filippi has got 14 points. He's not going to challenge for the lead, but this could be his second victory in the Atlantic Giant competition so far. 2 events to go after this, and the situation at the top of the leaderboard, well, we'll clarify that for you later on, but it's fascinating. The whole stadium will want to see him do this, despite the fact Regan Bagadal is out of the competition. This could be dramatic. It's moving, now come on, it's halfway up, can he get it further? He hasn't extended his arms and legs yet. Oh, thumbs down from Magnus. He's not going to try it again. He tried his best. He walks away from the platform. Magnus smiles about the whole episode, so does everybody else. Mark Filippi put on a great show there. But will he take away the 10 points? It's going to be close, that's for sure.
Full power on Wednesday.
This this event is going to be incredible. We've got 6 of these barrels, and under normal circumstances, if they were empty, it would not be any problem. But they weigh 100 kilograms each. The competitors have to lift them one by one and bring them down the course here. And then they're faced with not just having to lift them, but lift them very high indeed onto this wall. All 6 of them must go up here in the fastest possible time, and that, of course, will be the winner, and that will be another 10 points. And that will take the man possibly towards the title of becoming the Atlantic Giant for 1998. Those 6 barrels have got to be moved as quickly as possible. And in the event that one of the competitors does not get all 6 on top of the 1.2 meter platform, the fastest time for 5 or 4 barrels will count. Riku Kiri just jogging there. Get a bit of oxygen around the muscles, because this really is a test of stamina as much as strength. Mark Filippi just going through a little bit of mental rehearsal as well. That's the way it should be done. The gloves, of course, to protect them from any sharp edges on those kegs. That's the distance they have to carry the barrels. And then the big lift at the end onto the platform. 1 or 2 tired spectators. It's been a long day for them. A day of national holiday, a day of national celebration. But they've come here and given Regan Vagadal and the rest tremendous support in this soccer stadium. The fastest time possible wins it. Mark Filippi getting ready almost like a sprinter. So here we go. Filippi, 29.5 points the leader has, though. Riku Kiri, as he completes his first, very quickly indeed. Riku Kiri, tall, a bit of an advantage to him as well. Much taller than Mark Filippi, but they're going at it tremendously well at the moment. 20 seconds. This is very, very fast. They're almost together. 2 more to go each. Riku Kiri has just got the advantage. He's just beginning to move ahead now. He's on the last barrel. This is going to be a great effort. 37 seconds. Oh, yes, and Mark Filippi ran about 40. That is great from Riku Kiri. And that could well have extended his lead over the rest. There are, of course, 8 more competitors to go as the timekeepers compare the difference between Kiri and Filippi. But Finland, at the moment, on top of the leaderboard. Flemming Rasmussen on the right, Sven Karlsson on the left. Here we go. Flemming Rasmussen, deceptively quick for such a big man. He really flies around the arena at these sort of running events. And when he weighs 150 kilos, you can imagine that takes a lot of effort. But Sven Karlsson, the Norwegian, staying with him halfway through. 3 more to go. Sven Karlsson there took a little slip as he picked up that 4th one. But he's moving ahead now of the Dane. Flemming Rasmussen has got a bit of catching up to do. The target is Riku Kiri's 38.17. Oh, magnificent. I think these 2 guys could have gone in the lead in 1st and 2nd place. Sven Karlsson certainly needs the points. He's in 5th place at the moment. Rasmussen down in 8th. Well done, guys. A tremendous performance for Norway and Denmark. The penultimate pairing in the loading race. Here we go. Oh, Vagadal out of his blocks like a sprinter. Heinz Olesch much slower. The crowd lifting Vagadal. 35.49 seconds is still Sven Karlsson's lead. The Norwegian has not been touched. He's 2 seconds ahead of anybody else. Vagadal is flying. He's got to keep this pace up. If he's got any relations in the Faroe Islands, it's guaranteed they're all here in the stadium cheering him. 30 seconds, he's only got 5 seconds left, and 1 to go. It's going to be very close. He's missed 1st place. I think he's missed 2nd, but he's in the points. There it goes. Heinz Olesch struggling. He's still got another one. Vagadal was fantastic there. He must be exhausted. Heinz Olesch way outside 50 seconds. That's going to be last place for the German. Vagadal asking what the time is. He may be disappointed, but nevertheless, it was a great effort. The Faroe Islands have got a great competitor here, that's for sure. Well, Regan's time was confirmed at 40.77 seconds, and in fact he's outside of the top 4 competitors, just behind Mark Filippi of the United States at 40.21. So Regan, well, he may finish 5th, but there are 2 competitors to go, Jamie Reeves and Magnus Samuelsson. Heinz Olesch finished with 54.95. Jamie Reeves, I'm not sure he's going to enjoy this event. Stamina not his thing at 36 years old. Magnus Samuelsson, well, we've already seen him do brilliantly in this event so far. In the Atlantic Giant for 98, he's already won an event, and will be looking to beat Riku Kiri's time. The Finn is in 3rd place at the moment, 38.17, to try and go back into the lead overall. Jamie Reeves lagging behind a bit already. Samuelsson flying. This looks as though it's a good time, but the watch is going to be the crucial thing. Reeves has got 3. Samuelsson down to the last 2. He literally threw that one on top of the platform. This is very quick indeed for the Swede. He's got the last one. His clock stops. Jamie Reeves has got to go one more to get more points. Now he's asking, has he got it? Has he got it? It's going to be very close. Sven Karlsson still in the lead at 35.49. Jamie Reeves finishes, thank goodness he says. And Samuelsson, I'm not sure whether he knows whether he's won it or not. We'll give you the scores in a moment, but that is going to be so close. One event to go. It's going to be very close, and we still do not know who will be crowned champion at the end of event 6. It's a brilliant competition. Well, can you believe it? The times have been shown to us. Magnus Samuelsson's time, just 0.23 of a second behind Sven Karlsson. So Samuelsson takes 2nd place. Norway has its first victory. Jamie Reeves' time was 47.77 seconds. Now this event is really going to test these men to the limit. Flemming Rasmussen strapping himself onto the first of the 2 200-kilo weights, which they've got to hold at arm's length for as long as possible. Already it looks as though Beren Vandenberg and Heinz Olesch, who are lying in 9th and 10th place overall, have withdrawn. So perhaps some injuries there. Riku, just 1 point between you and Magnus, 1 event to go. How do you feel about this last event?
I know, and everybody know here, I must win, and I try my best, of course.
Now, it looks as though the gamble you made in the deadlift, because I know you didn't lift the weight, but you weren't trying that hard to protect your back. It's paid off because you're back in the lead.
Am I?
Yes.
I have a really relaxed attitude to these competitions. I just go and more or less have it like a training session. But it seems like winter training for me this year have been going really good, because even though I'm not prepared yet, everything feels very light. But I don't dare to deadlift, like I said before, if I tear something. And to be honest, I'm very skeptic about doing last event as well, because it's pretty much the same thing. But if you say I'm in the lead, it puts it in a little bit of different prospect, because then I can go out last. So if everybody's doing shitty times, maybe I give it a try.
Can Regan produce something quite extraordinary and win this? A lot of people here would like to think so. Here we go. The clock starts. The crowd have loved every minute of this competition. Regan will not win the overall title, but he's produced something special here. And I'm sure this contest will come back to the Faroe Islands year after year. He's ahead already. Over 20 seconds for Regan Vagadal. This is tremendous. Now, come on, Regan, produce something good here. You deserve it. It's down. It's around about 27 seconds. He's absolutely shattered. His challenge for the Atlantic Giant Trophy has come to an end. And he's come out of it very, very well indeed. There's his little boy. Well done, Daddy. I wonder if he'll be lifting these sort of weights one day. It really was a good effort by Regan Vagadal. 27.76, that is a tough target, and a tremendous finish by Regan Vagadal of the Faroe Islands, our hosts here for the Atlantic Giant competition. Mrs. Keary and Mr. Keary stride towards this last event. We still don't know whether Riku Keary is going to win. A lot will depend on what happens to Magnus Samuelsson. There's still a possibility he may not show for the last event, in which case I think we're looking at the champion. The 6 events designed by Regan Vagadal and his colleagues here in the Faroe Islands have really tested these guys to the limit. All of them have individual strengths. Riku Keary has got incredible strength in his arms and his back and his chest. When it comes to things like the squat, well, I've seen in the past he's been left wanting a little bit. But I think this event is going to suit him. He needs 30.89 seconds to go ahead of Torvi Olafsson and possibly take 10 points here. But Samuelsson is a bit of a mystery at the moment. Riku Keary 1 point behind the Swede in the overall chase for the Atlantic Giant title. Here we go. They're off the ground. They're well off the ground, aren't they? About 4 or 5 inches, about, 20 centimeters off the platform. Rock steady at the moment. Going towards 15 seconds. Jamie Reeves, I think, has decided to pass on this last event as well for fear of injury. This is a good effort. 25 seconds. Oh, he's down. I think he's gone into second place, just ahead of Regan Vagadal. But will it be enough? A little smile at the end to his wife, Elizabeth. And again, there's another man that has enjoyed the hospitality and the support of the Faroe Islands crowd. Well done, Riku. I don't think those kids will have seen anybody quite as big as that guy. 28.58 seconds. He's in second place with just 1 competitor to go. The title is going to be decided in about a minute's time. There is Magnus Samuelsson. He couldn't resist the challenge. A title is a title anywhere in the world. And this Atlantic Giant is the newest strongman title to be decided. And I'm sure it's going to come back year after year. All he has to do is beat 28.58 seconds and is guaranteed to become the Atlantic Giant champion. In fact, he could draw level with it because Magnus Samuelsson has already won 1 event and got better places than Riku Keary overall, so that would be enough. Again, like Riku Keary, this man's got his individual strengths. He used to be an arm wrestler, and in the World's Strongest Man competition a few years ago, I saw him break another man's arm. That was a desperate thing to happen. It was a young guy called Nathan Jones from Australia, and he was, what, 2 meters 20 tall, weighed about 150 kilograms, and this guy was much, much lighter than he is now. But but he still managed to break the guy's arm. That's how strong he is. So the whole crowd know exactly what the situation is. He's not a great deadlifter, but once the weight is up there, he should be pretty solid. It's going slowly. Here we go. Normally his wife, who's a devotee of strength as well, is around him to shout and to tell him what to do. She's back home in Sweden. Now come on, Magnus. Approaching 20 seconds. Surely somebody in the crowd is telling him what's going on. He's struggling just a bit. Is Riku Kiri going to win it? I don't think he is. Magnus past the target. It's looking good for victory here. There it is. It's well over 30 seconds. Yes. He didn't realize he was in the lead after event 5, but surely he's done his homework this time. He succeeded. I think it's going to be confirmed. I'm certain it's going to be confirmed that Magnus Samuelsson, with that performance, will become the Atlantic Giant for this year. A brilliant, brilliant performance, and one that everybody here has enjoyed. Of autographs to sign, but let me just say that it's been a fantastic competition. You must have enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was quite fun. I think everybody enjoyed it, so I'm happy and the others are happy.
Will all these guys be back next year?
We're hoping so. I hope so.
Now, what about your own performance? A little disappointing, but to be expected in some ways. You worked so hard for this.
Yeah, you're right about that, but I was a little disappointed about the weight carry, so, well, you never know. I have a lot of things to think about, you know. But I was happy with it, so.
Well, I think you're going to be here for a couple of hours longer signing autographs. Let us all say thanks very much indeed. It's been great.
Thanks.
The mayor said in his closing speech, we've seen more than one giant tonight. Regan Vagadal is the giant of the Faroe Islands. Not legendary, but real. The town is very proud to have been associated with this strongman competition. Mark Filippi, a long, long way from home, but he's enjoyed this experience very much indeed. Jamie Reeves must have thousands of trophies back at home. But look at that, such interest from these giant men. But there's the man of the moment, the Atlantic Giant champion for 1998, the very first. And look at this magnificent trophy. Samuelsson, the champion for 1998, 6 points ahead of his nearest rival, Riku Kiri. He was totally and utterly dominant in the end. And now perhaps heads towards greater honors and greater achievements in the world's strongest man later on this year. But he is the Atlantic Giant champion here in the Faroe Islands. Congratulations, you are the very first Atlantic Giant. Well done.
Thank you.
I'll be back.